Hello, welcome back to Lebron Lakers MyLeague. I'm Ash15, and here we are playing the Washington Wizards yet again. We had a difficult time with them earlier in the season. Dwight Howard destroyed us, and we lost 118 to 96. So hopefully this lineup that has gone for 3 wins in the last 4 games can fare better and bring about a win. He'll bring us up to 7-5. So here we go. JaVale McGee, a tip against Dwight Howard, and he wins that one. Hopefully that's a good omen for Los Angeles. Alonzo will orchestrate up top. Finds Stevenson off screen. Give back to Lonzo. All by himself, right to the rim. Oh, what help, D! Ball entered basket from below. You don't see that very often. But I guess off a tip or a rebound attempt. A Wizard player knocked it into the basket from below, so that's an automatic ball for Los Angeles. There's LeBron. Gives it to McGee in the post, watched by Howard. Finding LeBron off the screen. Tries to find Beasley, loses the basketball. Wizards recover. Beal trying to work on Stevenson to no avail. He'll slow it down up top, finds Porter. And LeBron gets over. And he steals it back. Makes up for that, and LeBron James, a calm little layup. In this, the second game of a back-to-back. I'd imagine he wants to conserve his energy. So nothing fancy there. Nice little layup. 2 points either way. Feeding the post. Green. Watched by Beasley. Swings back out to Porter to Beal now. And critical to note for this game is that John Wall is injured. Beal shot over the elbow, and Porter comes up with it. Loses it. Howard throws up a shot. Porter comes down with it. Put back, no good. And Lakers recover. Alonzo electing to play slow here. So Satoransky is starting in place of John Wall, and that's got to be a big boost to the Lakers' fortunes. In the corner, Beasley, he hits it. We'll see if he turns it around in the jump shooting department after that big 3 late in the 4th quarter to really help out in the Celtics game. They end up winning by 3. And that took the game from 1-point lead to a 4-point lead. The Celtics were playing from behind ever since. Satoransky going to the line for Washington, trying to get the first points of the game for the Wizards, and he does. To worry about a lot less in transition. Him driving and distributing to a more orchestrator in Satoransky. And JaVale McGee, nice little cut to the hoop after Stevenson drew attention on the drive. That's the second time they've tried to attack Beal with Stevenson. You might not have expected that. It works that time. Beal guarded by Lonzo now. Snap back. Holds. Trying to drive in over Lonzo. No good! Beasley comes up with it. Howard just missed. Lonzo loses it, and McGee picks it up. Bringing a double team. Oh! And kind of a triple. Satoransky floats into the middle. Stevenson wanted to cut. And LeBron, his second turnover here. We're just over 3 minutes into this basketball game. Porter, right side, watched by LeBron. Posting up Howard, watched by McGee. Backing him down right under the bucket. Pump. Now tries. Too strong. Lonzo finds space. Elbow shot. No good. McGee up and under. And a very different start to this basketball game than last time. 9-2, the Lakers lead in the early going. Porter right side gives it to Beasley. He's taking on a lot of the point guard duties now. Fires over 2 Lakers, but Howard was the one left open, and under the basket, he picks up the rebound. He was devastating in the last game. Or their last meeting, I should specify. LeBron pulls up, mid-range shot too short. The rebounding edge was 52-39 in favor of Washington. And you're going to have a very hard time winning any basketball games if that's the result. Beal trying to work on Stevenson. Gets the free throw line. Kicks back out to Green. Oh, he's going to fire a deep shot. No good. Stevenson pulls it down. And finds Beasley in transition. Mid-range. Rolls around good. And Lance Stevenson with 2 assists so far. Dwight Howard, right side, will feed Beasley. Couldn't get space off screens. Lonzo stays with him. Spin move inside. No, look him! Howard finishes over McGee. Beasley giving it left side. And they keep giving it to Lance Stevenson. Beasley's now tried driving. No good. Now he's going to have to chuck one up from inside the elbow. No good. Howard pulls it down. They haven't really gotten Otto Porter involved, which makes sense given his matchup is currently LeBron James. But without John Wall, you got to find offense in other places, and he is very offensively gifted. Loses the ball. LeBron got a hand on it. Lonzo, the lob. LeBron! Oh, he can't finish. Beal comes down, 1 man back. It's Stevenson. Over him. Layup. No good. Stevenson pulls it down. And Lonzo again pushing in transition, but Lakers will slow it down now. Beasley trying to baseline. Pulls up. And that shot's short. Lakers having a lot of rough possessions. Turnovers. Forced passes, coming up too short. They've gotten a couple steals on the other end. 2 by LeBron, I believe. Nick Cup first. 2 turnovers. Snap back. Beal mid. Good off the glass. Lakers call a timeout. 5:28 left in the first quarter. 11-8 over Washington. LeBron James will bring it up this time. Ingram and Caldwell Pope on the floor for the Lakers now, along with Lonzo and McGee. Finds Ingram, pulls up, inside free throw, rattles around and good. He's been having a rough shooting performance as of late. He was 6 of 15 and 0 of 7 from 3 against the Celtics. In fact, in this little winning run that they've gotten, and Howard finishes over LeBron. He was able to get right under the bucket. His shooting stats have been very poor. We can get to that later. LeBron trying to get a couple picks. Now he's got space going to the hoop. Cross contact. And one. LeBron not quite as much usage as he normally gets here in the early going. You expect that to ramp up as the game progresses. But they've been doing all right despite their offensive troubles. 16-10 currently. Shot too short. Howard trying to find a putback from way deep. Bullies him and gets the layup. That's his first bucket. Ty Lawson playing backup point guard for Washington right now. Very fortunate for the Lakers. They've essentially had no injuries to deal with thus far in the season. They've got Howard in the post. They don't give it to him. They had a mismatch. Lonzo with a block. Shot clock violation. Great defense by Lonzo Ball. I'm not sure why they didn't post up Howard on the guard. But when he didn't take that, he had to make something happen. Lonzo was all over it. Well, there's 5'6" inches on the small point guard. Finding Ingram cross court. Swings to Lonzo. Corner three. Bounced in good. It was way short, but that bounce was lucky, and it popped right up and fell into the hoop. And LeBron is matched up on Dwight Howard now. Sessions in the corner. Swings around to Brown. Gets a pick from Howard. LeBron picks it up. Snap back. Hesitates. Now pulls mid. That's way short. LeBron handoff to Pope. And they find Lonzo. Off screen. Pope from way deep. He gets it. Didn't know he had that kind of range, but he made it look so natural. And it's now a 24-10 lead. Washington's calling a timeout. 2:25 left in the first quarter. The Wizards having a real hard time getting any quality offense against Los Angeles without John Wall. Sessions has it in the corner, guarded by Lonzo. Brown with a wild shot. I mean, he was all by himself. That must be his normal shot. But wow, is that different? There's like a jump and swing in the legs back. We'll have to check that out again. Lonzo pulls up free throw. He gets the bounce and good. 7 points for Lonzo here in the first quarter. Brown's got it right side now. Gives it to Uber Jr. and they just swing the ball around. Howard in the corner. Now Brown getting picked from Howard. Finds space. Swings it. Sessions corner three. Rattles out. And a foul on the play. That'll be called on Mahimi. Over the back violation. It will be Lakers basketball. The way this is going, they don't need LeBron much. They were worried about. Ingram gets a lane, draws the foul, and he'll get 2 shots from the line. And makes the first. Brandon Ingram in November in this 4-game streak they've had is averaging 41-9 from the field and 29-2 from 3. After a very good shooting performance earlier in the season, luck coming back to bite him the other way. And that's a classic error by 2K. They get a pass under the basket, take it, but then they want to call a timeout, so then they lose that opportunity. I was paying attention to my stats and let that happen. And no harm done, I guess. Sessions bodied up by Lonzo. Tight defense. And he gets it back again. Lonzo's still on him. And the Wizards, a lot of passing the basketball around. Nobody wants or knows what to do with it. Howard, deep putback. No good. Ingram pulls it down. Finds Pope. Oh, too many passes. They wanted Kuzma on the corner. They were able to rotate and help. Pope has a lane. Now he's just going to take it and lay up. 20-point lead. It is 30-10 in the first quarter. This has to be one of the best first quarters in NBA history. Sessions trying to stop the bleeding. Swinging around to Uber. Left side. Trying to post up Howard. Now they do. And he tries a hook. And finally, Washington gets a bucket. Lakers can hold for last shot. And in the quarter, having only given up 12 points. Ingram, turnaround, fade. Rattles out, and good. And with 0.4 seconds, that'll be it. Los Angeles, a 20-point lead on the Wizards in a complete reversal of their last meeting. Thank you so much for watching. I'm AshWinder15, and this is Lebron Lakers MyLeague series with current rosters reflecting the draft and offseason moves. If you would like to follow my content so you can join the stream live or just see when I post another video or play other games, you can follow my Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Links all below the video player in the description. And again, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, Bradley Beal, you gotta make something happen. And welcome back. Second quarter just getting underway, and if you missed it, I'm very sorry, but this game got away very quickly early. And plenty of time left, so they could still make it a basketball game, but it really has to start in the second quarter. Now Howard getting a double. Brown with that swing of his legs in a shot. Ingram in transition, mid-range. Oh, two bounces, can't go. Sessions will walk it up again. And with this assortment on the floor, why not double team Howard? Not really worried about anybody else. Kuzma gets in the... He has 4 steals in the previous 2 games. And almost got another one there. To go along with his efficient shooting. Points have not dropped off since switching to the bench. Sessions gets free in the corner. Oh, no good. Mahinmi put back. Can't finish. Zubac pulls it down. Rondo cross court. Ingram finds cut to the basket. Kuzma can't finish. And Howard gets the rebound. Kuzma with the strip from behind. Zubac feeds it up to Pope. And the Lakers will reset. There's his steal. Kyle Kuzma. And maybe he'd make even better safety in the NFL. He is a ball hawk. Off screen, Pope for 3. Oh, no good. They didn't have the most fantastic offensive performance. It wasn't very free-flowing. There's a bunch of turnovers, some forced shots. It was just the defense was that stifling. Howard, watched by Zubac, just outside the block. Spin move over him. No good, too short. And the Lakers come down with it. And they are pushing in transition. Wizards get back in time, though. Rondo with the handoff to Ingram. Gets it back again. In the corner now. Pulls up mid. Short. A lot of Lakers shots have been going shortly. I don't know if Walton's been running him hard in practice. Another miss. Ingram to Pope. Pulls up for 3. No good. Couldn't get it to go off back iron. Or front iron. That doesn't matter. It was a miss either way. Uber up top. Howard hasn't left the game yet. Now he gets it again. Watched by Kuzma. Spin baseline. Nice move. To give himself some space and gets a little hook to go. With all that effort, almost 3 minutes, the Wizards have 2 more points. And the Lakers usually get it going with their small ball lineup with LeBron at center. Can they extend the lead to 30? for the end of the half. Ingram finds Hart, cuts, Rondo corner. That's way short. Maybe don't have Rondo shoot the basketball today. All of his shots are coming up way short. Even his mid-range jumpers, which have been going pretty well in the first 11 games of the season. Beal doesn't use the pick now, gets a shot, rattles out. They can't buy anything. Hart cuts to the basket in transition. Easy layup. The Wizards don't know how to initiate without Wall. He's so dangerous. Creating his own shot, driving, and then setting up when the help comes. And Beal gets space and finally gets that one to go. Both of them went to the big off the pick. Beal was like, finally, I can just take a little jump shot. That's what I do best. Ingram hands off to LeBron. Looked like he had to pick it up. No double dribble called. Finds Hart under the basket, off the backboard and good. They brought the double team quickly. LeBron saw it coming a mile away. And he just left Josh Hart under the hoop. He's known as the three-point shooter, but they get. Oh! Nice dunk by Satoransky. Got a lane, and finally, 2 easy buckets by the Wizard. That wakes the crowd up a little bit. And Kuzma, marked up by Howard. Ingram, off screen, gets the ball, but nice defense. Now he creates some space for himself to the lane. Oh, nice help defense. It rattles out. Beal pulls up. Long two's good. And Bradley Beal's finally able to generate some offense for Washington. And the crowd actually has a chant going now. And LeBron bodied up by Mahimi. Bad positioning, but blocked. Satoransky came to help. LeBron had inside position on the big. And what a defensive effort. Washington's woken up a little bit. Satoransky with the lane. LeBron with the help. Oh, what a contest. And LeBron, unguarded in transition. He misses. Clangs off the rim. And LeBron only 5 points and 2 assists thus far. And his team's doing fine anyway, up 16. And Mahimi left inside and one. And the Lakers still have a big lead, but the Wizards a little life. Deficit cut to 14 here, halfway through the second quarter. And Rondo will bring it up. Gets a pick from LeBron James. Swings it around to Ingram. Loses it. And steal by Porter. Ingram gets back on him. Nice transition D. Mahimi at the elbow. Watched by LeBron. Picks up the pick. Lawson. We work on LeBron. No good. Had a little lane, but way too strong. Overcompensated. Josh Hart with space. Hands off to Kuzma. Pump. It's good. And Josh Hart getting involved in this fast offense. Usually he's just an extra part and doesn't get a lot of touches. Usually he only gets minutes with the small ball lineup. But he's got a couple buckets and an assist. And just a few minutes of action. Lawson trying to drive. Pulls back. Now trying to work on Rondo. Swinging around. Porter getting a pick by Mahimi. LeBron picks him up on the switch. Step back. LeBron gets a block. And Brandon Ingram pulls up from 3. Hit nothing but net. 41-23. The Lakers over the Wizards. Very different from the last meeting. What was a 116-98 victory for the Wizards. A lot of lobs from Wall to Howard, but Wall is injured so far here today. And they're bringing the floater, backs him off now. LeBron wants the ISO, brings him again. Finds Kuzma under the bucket. He can't finish the long hook. What should have been a gimme for Kyle Kuzma. He just didn't take the extra step to the basket. Rolls out. Finds Rondo in the corner. He's going to drive. Hart for three. It's good. Nice offense. Rondo had a little space, but didn't take the three this time. Instead drove and create for Josh Hart. He has 7 points here today. Porter gets a lane, swings out to Lawson. He takes the shot up in the air. Still fighting for it. LeBron finally comes down with it. Rondo finds Ingram, pumps, can't fire. The Wizards got back just in time. Rondo, all kind of room, tries to find Kuzma in traffic. Great help defense by Beal. Come to break that pass up. Lakers still retain possession, but only 2:07 left on the clock. Hart, he's going to take a hard shot. Kuzma comes down with it, back up, and that falls. The Lakers have it rolling again, 10-2 run. They lead 46-25, 3:07 left in the second quarter. Beal with space, but misses. Mahinmi pulls it down, back up over 2, and finishes. And LA taking a timeout. I'm sure they're very satisfied with that performance after they finally started covering Beal. I guess they got lucky with him missing that last open three. Lonzo Ball back in the game. He has Lance Stevenson, Brandon Ingram, Michael Beasley, and JaVale McGee. Lonzo swings around to Ingram. Now wants to drive on Porter. Gets a lane. Oh, help defense. Comes in. Ingram's not been able to finish when they help. Porter pulls up. He gets the mid shot. Lonzo getting a pick from Beasley. And Lakers try swinging the ball around. Lonzo has it by himself. Tries a shot too strong. And Green wants to drive on Beasley. Bounce inside. Howard gets fouled by McGee. That's his second. And Howard will get 2 shots from the free throw line. And the first finally rolls. As does the second. It's been very few free throws so far in this game. Now Beasley sending a pick for Ingram. Gives it to Lonzo. It's another pick from Beasley. He's going to have to pull up. Takes a shot. No good. Beasley pulls it down. And losing it as Brandon Ingram Uber comes up with it. Now Lawson, he'll slow it down. With 1:33 on the clock. Down by 15. If they get it to under 10 by the end of the third, they'll have a look at it. So I guess they've been making progress. Lawson with the lob. No good. Way wild. And Lonzo wants to slow this down. And now he really wants to attack Lawson. Driving inside. Howard can't get behind fast enough. And Lonzo taking 8 shots already. 9 points for the second-year player. Brown in the quarter. Ingram all over him. Now they're going to swing it around. 10 on the clock. Beal pumps. Gets a pick from Howard. Guarded by Ingram, swinged around. Brown. No good. Brandon Ingram with another rebound. That's his 7th. Finds Lonzo cutting. He's fouled by Dwight Howard with 31-7 on the clock. Get that 2-for-1 opportunity. Makes the first. Lonzo Ball, a much more efficient shooting performance thus far in the season. 48.3% from the field, averaging 10 points a game. However, only 3.9 assists after he averaged over 7 last season. Also picks from Howard. Snap back, trying to work on Lonzo. Gets a lane, baseline. Oh, what a block by McGee! He hung up in the air what seemed like 3 seconds and just got a finger on that. Brandon Ingram having a fantastic game thus far. 9.7 rebounds and 3 assists. We're not even done with the first half. Stevenson steals it away on the inbound. We have 11 seconds left. And Lonzo gets a lane again. 13 points for Lonzo. 2 seconds. Beal chucks it up. And that's no good. At the end of the first half, the Lakers with a commanding performance and lead 52-31. And welcome back to the second half. The Lakers up 52-31 over the Wizards. Satoransky up top, watched by Lonzo. Wizards going to switch inside. Don't use it. Pick from Howard. Trying to work on Lonzo. No space. Beal with the shot. He gets it. That's the first 3 of the game for the Wizards. LeBron sagged just a little too much. And the shooter was finally able to get his first from deep. That's 1 of 13. Lonzo left alone. Corner 3. He's good. And the Lakers respond back in kind with a 3 of their own. Lonzo Ball is the leading scorer of the game. He has no assists and 16 points. LeBron only has 5. When you have everyone going on all cylinders, don't really need to have LeBron do all the work. Beal gets space again, and he hits another 3. Left him alone in the corner. If you're giving them that all day, you're giving them a shot. LeBron's going to pull back. Gets a pick from Beasley. And Lonzo, corner 3. Oh, it rattles out. Almost had another one. Green from 3. Oh, that just rolls around. Just couldn't go. Set up Stevenson up top. Gets a high pick and roll. McGee gets it back and an easy dunk. Stevenson playmaking. Here today, 4 assists, no points, but setting up others. Also 2 rebounds to go with it. Porter gets a 3. It's good! It is raining 3s here in Washington now. Too bad they can't get any stops. Now they finally got the offense going a little bit. LeBron off the handoff. Finds Lonzo. With space, he's going to try driving this time. Gets it back again. Gets a pick from McGee. Loses it! And Satoransky comes up with it. Got a lane over Lonzo. Short shot, no good. Now he gets the... And McGee almost lost it, gave it up. Expecting the coverage. Lonzo lob, McGee finishes. There's hands by JaVale McGee. From Lonzo. He's got that capability, and Lonzo has the capability to feed it to him and LeBron. That doesn't happen much here in the early going of the year. And despite the significant change in the success of three-point rates for the Washington Wizards, they still find themselves down by 19. And Green going to inbound. And it'll be Beal they give it to. Satoransky right side. Sending Beal around screens. He gets it up top. Porter now has space. He gets a shot. Too strong. LeBron not paying attention on defense quite so much. And Stevenson pulls up the mid-range shot and gets his first bucket of the game to join everyone else in the scoring fest. And LeBron still only 5 points. Beal has McGee on him off the switch. Inside Howard and fouled by McGee. Smart defensive play there, forcing Howard to have to earn it from the line. There's a reason for that. Makes the first, though. And the second. He is 4-4 from free throws here today. And they're going to post up LeBron on Porter. McGee with the cut and the little hook. Laser pass by LeBron James. JaVale McGee has 10 points. So many unexpected players getting a ton of buckets while LeBron only has 5. He does have 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Howard inside and 1. Got position off the pass in the post. And able to get it done. That should be McGee's 3rd foul. And the hitting streak ends there. 4 of 5 on the day for Dwight Howard. And Lonzo, pick from LeBron. Drives in, finds LeBron. Catch and shoot 3. Oh, just hits the left iron. Trying to set up LeBron there, and Lonzo's been scoring, so he drew 2 defenders. LeBron just couldn't hit the open jump shot. Sessions with the lane, driving in. And finds Howard. What a big dunk! Nice pick and roll offense there. Finally, the Wizards have a semblance of offense now. Admittedly, some lackluster defense by the Lakers at this point. Beasley gets walled off at the elbow. And LeBron now tried driving and draws the foul. And drawing the boos here in Washington. And gets the first. 2 of 7 from the field here today. But pretty much all of his teammates have been very efficient. LeBron gets 2 from free throw there. 65-46. Los Angeles crushing the Wizards, whose offense is out of sorts without John Wall. Satoransky has it left side, watched by Beasley. It's an off-ball pick. Sessions has it. Swinging it around Satoransky. He wants to work on Beasley at the elbow. Shoots over him. Beasley with the block and board. Finds Lonzo and swings around to LeBron. Gets it back again. And the Lakers love trying to push in transition. If it doesn't work, they'll run a short play. McGee with the putback and 1. No reason to follow from behind, but Mahinmi with a light slap on the wrist. And JaVale McGee has 13 points here in this basketball game. Lonzo Ball has 16. And if those guys are putting up those numbers, yeah, you're going to have a long day. That's exactly what's been happening here in Washington. Sessions off the handoff and blocked again. McGee this time. Stevenson under the basket. Over his man. And he reached for the sky to get it off the backboard. And defensively, Michael Beasley and JaVale McGee are on fire right now. That's just not me saying that. That's 2K saying that. I don't like that game mechanism, but it gave me something to say, so I went with it. Timeout called by Los Angeles. Looks like they're going to want to get some subs here, as they usually do after the 6-minute mark of the third. Los Angeles leading 70-48. And LeBron staying in the game. Playing at the 4 now with Brandon Ingram in. They're going to set up Steven off a screen. He's got a lane. Finds Ronzo. He wants to get in on the 3 party. That's short again. He's the only Laker, I guess one of 2 Lakers, LeBron being the other one, who's been inefficient, but he hasn't hit anything. And that shot by Washington, too far to the right. And LeBron crosses up Porter, finds Stevenson, catch and shoot. Oh! Bounces off the rim twice, no good. Uber, over LeBron, fouled and one. And what will look to be, if they can close out this large lead and win this game, Lakers will have won 4 of 5. And they'll have done that despite one of the starters since 5 games ago. Lance Stevenson has also been very inefficient, like Brandon Ingram. 27-3 from the field, 0% from three-point land. Does not hit one. That being said, the field goal percentage of his opponents is only 45%. So, tale of 2 different halves of the court, that is. Stevenson finds LeBron, and he loses it on the strip. But Lakers will retain possession and inbound. 13 seconds on the shot clock. So while Lance Stevenson has been the second most inefficient shooter at the 2 guard, LeBron open 3. It's good. That's where he got the big 3 from against Boston late in the 4th quarter. So Lance Stevenson only behind Marcus Smart in effective field goal percentage amongst shooting guards. But he's 4th in rebound rate and one of the better defensive players for Los Angeles in terms of opponent field goal percentage. So very good in his own end and not too productive. In fact, hurtful on the other end. And give it to Rondo. Who's driving, no good. LeBron bodied up. Tries to feed Rondo inside McGee. That pass was way wide. Lonzo finds Brown from the corner. He gets one. Rondo feel LeBron in the post. He gets doubled. They'll give Trevor back again, but that was intercepted. Washington saw that coming the whole way. Lawson in transition. Tries to go over Rondo and LeBron. Hit good. LeBron wanted the big swat. Lawson anticipated, held off for just a half second. And put it as he was going on the way down. Ingram finds Rondo. He wants another 3 and finally gets one. That's his first bucket of the game. He only has 1 assist to go along with it. He's been given a ton of open 3s from the corner. He's had pretty good success for that thus far in the season. Not so today, but he's kept trying. Uber in the post and doesn't want to go over. LeBron gives it to Lawson. Pulls up and rattles it in over Rondo. Rondo having a down year defensively. His reputation for defense is very good. That's part of why the Lakers signed him. But he's been one of the worst players in terms of opponent field goal percentage on the team. LeBron gets space to the lane and gets bodied up real hard. Mahimi, that's his 3rd foul. And he'll have to earn it from the line. Trying to give LeBron some touches here. Trying to keep his average from going down too much in this game. I imagine he won't play much in the 4th. And makes them both up to 12 points now, 4 rebounds and 4 assists for the King. 78-60 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Pope gets some space again. LeBron caught napping again. He has not been paying attention to his man moving around the perimeter here in the second half. Porter makes him pay. Rondo cross court to LeBron. 3-ball. That's too strong. Zubac couldn't come down with it. Brown does for Washington. And Howard left all by himself under the basket. LeBron playing a lot of poor defense here. Today the lead is down to 13. If they can get it to around 10 or even less, that'll give them some life. LeBron trying to work on Porter. And he got blocked out from leaving the paint. 3-second violation on James. His head is not in it here today. Maybe he was afforded the opportunity to check out. Given that it's a back-to-back, he kind of reserved himself. But not good defense. An unforced error turns the ball away. Ty Lawson back in the game, has it up top. Gets a pick from Howard. Trying to work over Rondo. Fires. The shot short. And Ivica Zubac comes down with the board. Ingram pushing to Kuzma. Finds a cutting Rondo. That's good. Great transition. Warriors-esque offense by Luke Walton's squad. And Brown, his turn from the Howard pick. And almost stolen away over Zubac. He gets the block. With their cuts. As they finally get that chemistry down a bit. Ingram with space from the free throw line. That's right. No good. Beal come down with it back in the game, pushing. And now he wants to drive on. Pope pulls up in the paint. No good. And Zubac will chuck one from his own end. Oh! Just inside right iron. Bum, bum, bum. A 15-point lead. I suppose the Wizards aren't completely out of it, but it would really take something for them to come back into this ball game. 80-65, and that historic defensive performance that the Lakers had a look at seems to be out the window now. Zubac on the cut from Ingram, blocked. What a play by Howard. Looks like Zubac was perfectly positioned under the hoop. And Howard showing what athleticism he has left. It's more than you might think. Great play. Brown trying to drive on Ingram. Completely walled off. Lawson barely gets a hand on it to chuck it up. Beal comes down with the rebound. 3 is too strong. Up in the air, and finally Lakers get it. Pushing to Rondo. And he'll slow it down. It's a pick from Kuzma. Gets position on the pick and roll. Nice basketball from Rondo to Kuzma. Quality day for Kuzma. Just 6 rebounds, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Pope, nice defense underneath. And Rondo gives it to Kuzma. He's going to move his right hand off to Ingram. Rondo running out of time. Zubac with a deep 2. That's way short. Out of sorts that possession for the Lakers. And they're going to call offensive 3-second violation on Dwight Howard. So LeBron gets that one back from Dwight Howard. Kuzma has it at the post. And finds Rondo. And he gets a shot. Just moved into the open space. No one came to help. And he gets a mid-range shot. Satoransky bringing up the ball. Left side to Uber Jr. And the Wizards again swinging the ball around. They haven't posted up Howard too much now. They do. On this possession over Zubac. Great positioning. Howard tried the deep shot anyway. Couldn't get it to go. Setting off ball screens. Ingram going around, gets space. He's going to take a three. That's short. Good closeout by Beasley. And Beal finding space. But that shot clings out, and Howard with an over-the-back call. The Lakers basketball with 9:02 left, 84-65. Oh, they try to set up Rondo again, just finding open space. Zubac at the post. Gives it to Ingram. Comes with a pick. Oh, the defense all over him. Rondo, last second shot blocked. Great defense by Satoransky. Uber pulls up. Ingram gets back. Now they want to go after Zubac again with Howard. Backs him down. Turns inside. No good. And Kuzma will get ball privileges in transition. Gets a pick from Kuzma. Pumps. Tries over Howard. Gets fouled. Great pass from Rondo in traffic. Got it over one in front of another Wizard. Kuzma getting a little more touches here later in the game. And misses his second free throw. And Kuzma guarding Uber Jr. on the perimeter now. Usually plays exclusively at the 4. Beal, pick and roll with Howard. Snap back 3. Short. Oh, comes down. Lucky bounce for the Wizards there. The lead is still at 17. Stevenson gets a lane and finds Lonzo Ball from the corner. Can't get that one to go up in the air. Satoransky comes down with it. Stevenson's got to get back. He does. Driving inside. Over his man. Rattles out. Put back. Nice play by Howard. He's the one guy doing his job. You could very easily say that he should be more involved in the offense. That has not happened here today. And a lot of motion here. Stevenson pulls up, and that shot's too short. Satoransky. He's got Beasley on him. Driving inside. And another putback. This time by J. Michael Green. And Lakers call a timeout. 13-point game. Just want to calm things down. Talk it out a little bit. And make sure this game does not get away from them. Lots of changes now. And LeBron James is back in the game to ensure the victory. Gives it to Lonzo. Now sets a pick. Lonzo finds Ingram, who gives it to Pope. And he can't hit that shot. Beal on the closeout. He's been better defensively here in the second half. And those shots finally woke him up. Gets the pick and roll with Howard. Inside, LeBron comes to help. And Howard can't finish over him. There's LeBron playing defense. And Pope left side trying to set up. LeBron spinning inside, floats it over his man, and good. Satoransky gets space, didn't fire. Lonzo watching him. And the Howard over Pope. And they make use of the switch there. And eat up that barbecue chicken. LeBron James, high pick and roll. Back off, asks for Ingram now. Doesn't use it because he's got the lane. Feeds it to the corner. Pope three. No good. And Porter in transition. Pulls up. Short, and the bounce doesn't go. Pope comes down with it. Gives it to Lonzo. And the Wizards get back. Lonzo doesn't use the pick. LeBron James has it now. Finds Zubac. Mid-shot. Good. Nice vision by LeBron James. And trusted the young center to take that mid-range shot. Green doesn't fire. Gives it to Porter. Watched by Ingram. They're going to post up Howard. Zubac on him. And lots of help. Swinging around. Beal in the corner. No good. LeBron flying to pull that down. Gives it to Lonzo with 4:10 left on the clock. The lead's still at 15. Try LeBron the post, and Green read that one. LeBron not fighting for position as hard as he should have. And I was going to make some substitutions. No, I don't want Lou Walding at point guard. I'm sorry. Tyler Ennis, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, Vic Zubac, and Luol Deng. Yeah. Satoransky catches it too far. Can't take that shot. Lonzo giving him that space. And Porter now off screen. No good. Put back Howard. And one. And LeBron frustrated that no one picked up Howard underneath yet again. And nevertheless, the Lakers will go to their reserves, some of them anyway. Tyler Ennis feeds Stevenson in transition. He drops the pass. He was behind Beal and dropped the pass. And they didn't do all the subs I wanted. Hardly any of them, TBH. Kuzma. Dang. There's really no need to push it. But they thought it had an easy basket and should have had it. And a lot of reserves in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma getting more time inside. Zubac wasn't watching. Howard drifting to the basket. Dwight Howard, 28 points, 12 of 20. And he probably should have had 30 attempts. It is an 11-point game with 3 minutes left. Perhaps a little premature by Luke Walton. Ennis gets space off the pick and a little floater. Dwight Howard just let him go by. That's not going to help your case when you have a desperation chance. Ennis, Hart, Deng, Kuzma, and Zubac on the floor for Los Angeles. Satoransky. And he's going to give it to Porter way outside the arc. And Howard left alone. Zubac block! But Green with the follow-up gets it to go. And with 2:35, Tyler Ennis will get it deep in his backcourt and gets beyond Satoransky. No 8-second violation. 2:27 left in the game, 11-point lead. And then they're doing another double screen for him. Right to the lane, and Howard pulverizes the ball on that one, but fouls in the process. So Tyler Ennis will get to go to the charity stripe. And makes both of them. Lead up to 13, and it should be safe for Los Angeles with 2:20 left on the clock. Beal with a lane, just driving in, a power dunk, and Luol Deng with a foul for no reason. He can bring the deficit down to 10 with 2:09 left, and does. And Lakers are going to call a timeout. Enough of that. We're not walking away with this one quite like we should be. Should have been no question this late in the game that things would go wrong. LeBron James is the Jordan player of the game. 14, 7, and 5. I guess he was pretty well-rounded. And I guess Lonzo didn't have that many more points. But Ingram had a well-rounded game, but... Well, that's surprising. And some starters come into the game for Los Angeles. LeBron James isn't one of them. Lonzo, Hart, Ingram, Kuzma, and McGee. I guess a couple of these are prominent bench players, but they have started. Hart off screen, gets the three. It's good. And Josh Hart says, rest assured, my 10 points will ensure we win. Ooh! Inside! Pass tip! Howard couldn't finish! Lonzo finds Kuzma, pulls up from mid, and it rolls around and goes. And this has got to be deflating. You put a few prominent players in, and the lead grows automatically. 5 points right off the bat. Howard thought about it for a second. Beal gets a lane. Now Hart gets back. Great defense. And now he's got to fire it over him. Howard with the putback jam. And Lonzo has it up top. It's a call on Kuzma for a pick and roll. Gives it to McGee. Kuzma pumps, doesn't fire. Now he's driving up, and it's good. A real hard coming off the backboard. But he gets a hard bounce off the front iron in the other direction. And swinging around with Green from the corner. No good, and Howard with another board and another and one. And a fantastic performance by Dwight Howard, over 30 points. He was kept in check early in the game. Only 12 points in the first half, though he did have 9 rebounds. And the Wizards never got back into the game in a real meaningful way. Cut it to 10 very late, about 2.5 minutes left. And the Lakers were like, all right, enough of this. We're going to hand off. Ingram finishes the layup. Looked like Howard might have got a piece in it from behind, but got the bounces. Brown finds Howard. Can't finish over. Kuzma gets it back. Blocked again. And loses it underneath. Lonzo finally gets it back. And with 2 seconds, that's it. Los Angeles cruises to 7-5 on the season and gets revenge over the Washington Wizards for getting blown out early in the season. They win 102-88. And if you want to check out some stats, I will look at those. I'll try to remember to sign off today. 53% from the field and held the Wizards to 38. We were 9 of 23 from 3. That's all right. Like more volume. It's okay. Held the Wizards to 23%. That was huge because they shot 50% from beyond the arc last game. Look at that! 13 of 14 from free throw. Wow! I didn't think it was possible. Oh, mama. I have to turn up the difficulty. No, we might have just gotten back to 70% now. 50 points from the bench. I guess that makes sense, especially because of scrub time. But that's always been high now that we have Ingram and Kuzma over there. Rebounds were 48-49. It's pretty easy. Pretty even, and I did math. Anyway. I'm a dork. Turnovers. 10-8. Yeah, I got a little sloppy there sometimes. If I was 9-10, yeah, it was super low. The biggest lead was 24. Oh boy, okay. Dwight Howard, 33 points, 20 rebounds, a steal and a block, 14 of 26. He did his part. Beal was super inefficient, 8 of 22. And I don't care about the rest. They didn't do anything interesting. Lonzo Ball finished 16-2-3. So just inside the second half, he was done scoring after that. And I did want to get him some assists. LeBron, rather quiet game. Oh, he also had 2 steals and a block to go around it with, along with his 14-7-5. 3 turnovers though. Might have a lot of turnovers with LeBron. Yeah, fix that. 4 of 10, 1 of 3, 5 of 5. Yeah, not that good. But he's been a monster the past bunch of games, so it's all good because teammates picked up the slack. He only had to play 30 minutes. I did put him at 34 for this game because it's a back-to-back, and one time he got injured. And I do want injuries to have to deal with. I mean, just because it's realistic, and it'll force me to have to, play around with new lineups and try and fill whatever the guy who got hurt, brought and fill that now that it's lost. Change things up with different lineups. But, yeah, none so far. And I turned up injury frequency a bit. Oh, well, we'll see. Ingram, well-rounded game, 11, 8, and 4. 4 of 9, 1 of 2. That's a much better performance. Kuzma, super efficient, 5 of 7, 11, 4, and 4. And 23 minutes of action. Hart, 10 points in 10 minutes. I actually don't trust the game highs. Yeah, why is it saying 30? This is his rookie season. He's not scored 30 this year. Oh, well. Rondo rated the ship late, 7 of 2, or 7 and 2, 3 of 7. Michael Beasley was very quiet. It was a -1 actually. Caldwell Pope was a +18, 5, 3, and 3. Stevenson 4, 2, and 4. Cool beans. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ashwiner15, and have a good one.